That's how Trump became president. That's exactly what happened. We got rid of bullies, a real bully showed up, and nobody knew how to handle it.
I've been working on my Trump. It's a lot of great people. Lots of great people on both sides. Excuse me. Fake reviews.
Donald Trump just lost it on live TV. And the reason? George Conway dropped a bombshell about Trump's marriage that nobody saw coming. This wasn't just another political feud. This was personal. And what happened next? Pure chaos. In this video, we're breaking down Trump's explosive meltdown, what set him off, why this is different from his usual rants, and what it reveals about the man behind the podium. You'll hear the exact moment Trump snapped, the hidden details most news channels ignored, and why this could actually hurt him more than any legal trouble. But here's the real shocker. George Conway didn't just attack Trump's politics. He went after something much deeper. And Trump's reaction? Let's just say, he didn't deny it. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll see this story in a way no one else is showing you. Welcome to the channel, where we go beyond the headlines. If you want unfiltered breakdowns of the biggest stories, hit subscribe now, because trust us, you don't want to miss what's coming next. Donald Trump doesn't hold back. We've seen him rage against critics, reporters, even his own allies. But this was different. Because this time, it wasn't just about politics. This time, it cut deeper. And the man who set him off? George Conway, a name that carries more weight than you might think. Imagine this. Trump, live on camera, face red, voice rising, completely unraveling, all because of one interview. Conway, a longtime conservative lawyer and yes, the husband of Trump's former senior advisor Kellyanne Conway, went on the record with claims so explosive even Trump couldn't spin them away. So what exactly did he say, and why did it hit? Trump where it hurt?
Trump is he's like a dominant female boxer. He's like Ronda Rousey. You're like, God damn it, she can fight. And then you go, oh, she hitting girls.
Jamie,
Canada's gonna be with soon. Canada will be with America very soon. I love Canada dry. I don't like Canada wet. I like Canada dry.
we want Canada to adopt America.
I like Canada.
At least California.
Canada's gonna be with us. They're gonna be the 36th state. There's 50, sorry. 30, whatever. I don't do math. Everyone knows that. I like.
It wasn't just another attack on his policies or his presidency. Conway went straight for the personal, the one thing Trump rarely lets anyone question. His marriage, his image, the carefully crafted persona of the untouchable. Strong man! Conway didn't just poke the bear. He ripped open a door Trump's team has fought for years to keep locked. And Trump's reaction? Instant. Volcanic. No carefully worded statement. No surrogate sent out to clean it up. Just raw, unfiltered fury. Because this wasn't about winning a debate. This was about something far more fragile. Trump's pride. And when that's on the line, the gloves come off. But here's what makes this different from every other Trump meltdown you've seen. This wasn't just about Conway. This exposed a pattern, a crack in the armor most people never get to see. And the way Trump responded? That told us everything. Because when you're that defensive, that fast, it's not just anger, it's fear. So before we get into exactly what Conway said and why it matters, ask yourself this. Why did this set Trump off when so much else hasn't? The answer might change how you see everything that comes next. To understand why this exploded the way it did, you need to know who George Conway really is and why his words carry such weight. This isn't some random critic or Democratic operative. Conway is a lifelong conservative, a Harvard-educated lawyer who once supported Trump. But more importantly, he's married to Kellyanne Conway, Trump's former campaign manager and senior advisor. This isn't politics. This is family. For years, Conway stayed relatively quiet, even as his wife became one of Trump's most visible defenders. But behind the scenes, things were shifting. Conway started speaking out, first cautiously, then louder. He became part of the Lincoln Project, a group of anti-Trump Republicans. And then, in a recent interview, he went further than ever before. What? Did he say that lit the fuse? Conway didn't just criticize Trump's policies or leadership. He went straight for the personal, claims about Trump's marriage to Melania, his behavior behind closed doors, the way he treats those closest to him. Not vague rumors either. Specific, pointed observations from someone who's been close enough to see things most people don't. And here's the key.
The cast of The Apprentice is running the world. Trump, the daughter, Omarosa, they run the world, man. Yo, man, this great.
Conway wasn't screaming on cable news or ranting on social media. He was calm, measured, almost clinical in his delivery. That made it worse for Trump. Because when the attack comes from someone who knows the playbook, Chris Rock didn't just walk onto that stage. He took it like a man with nothing to lose. His opening salvo? They say Trump wants to make America great again, but he still hasn't made his hairline great again. The crowd erupted, but the genius wasn't just the joke. It was the setup. Rock paused just long enough to let the tension build before delivering the kill shot. Then came the haymaker. Only Trump could lose the White House and still think he's the landlord. That one didn't. Just land, it exposed the fragile ego behind the bluster. Rock's genius has always been wrapping uncomfortable truths in punchlines, and here he weaponized it perfectly.
Trump is not playing, man. That's right. This time is totally different. He's working with the #1 African-American in the world, the richest African-American in the world, Elon Musk. That's right, he is African-American. Elon got more kids than the Cleveland Browns.
Jamie Foxx took a different approach. Less scalpel, more sledgehammer. His bit started with what seemed like praise. You gotta respect Trump's commitment to lying. Man's been consistent for 50 years. The audience howled, but Foxx wasn't done. He leaned into the mic and dropped the bomb. They call him Don the Con. But that's unfair to con artists. At least they're good at what they do. The room went electric. You could see people looking around like, did he really just say that? Fox's delivery turned each joke into an event, his physical comedy and timing making every word hit harder. The contrast was striking. Rock played chess, every joke calculated to expose hypocrisy. Foxx played demolition derby, crashing through with raw charisma. Rock made you think while you laughed. Foxx made you gasp while you cheered. Together they created something rare, a takedown that was both brutal and brilliant, leaving no safe space for their target to hide. The audience knew they were witnessing something special, the kind of comedy that doesn't just entertain, but leaves a mark. Donald Trump's thin skin around jokes isn't new. It's a decades-long pattern. His feud with Rosie O'Donnell became the stuff of legend, starting in 2006 when she mocked him on The View.
He a war hero that got captured. I don't want to vote for nobody that got captured. I want to vote for that got away.
Trump, who rarely ever apologizes for anything, sounded like he's softening a little on McCain.
And certainly if there was a misunderstanding, I would totally take that back. But hopefully I said it correctly.
On the Kelly file, McCain's daughter Meghan couldn't be angrier.
My father has been in public office since before I was born, and this is one of the grossest, most disgusting comments I've ever heard, which is really saying something. I'm 30 years old. And it's because it's not just an attack on my father, it's an attack on all veterans, and it's an attack on...
Trump didn't shrug it off. He launched a years-long campaign of insults, calling her disgusting and a loser in interviews for years afterward. This wasn't just celebrity sparring. It revealed how personally Trump takes criticism, especially from comedians. Then came the Saturday Night Live obsession. When the show satirized him during his presidential campaign, Trump didn't just complain, he went nuclear. He called the sketches unwatchable and totally biased, even suggesting the FCC should investigate. As president, he tweeted that SNL should be tested in courts for their parodies. Most politicians tolerate late-night jokes. As part of the job, Trump treated them like declarations of war. His response playbook is predictable, but effective. First comes the dismissive insult, failed show, third-rate comedian. If that doesn't work, he escalates to threats, legal action, FCC complaints, or calls for boycotts. Now, on Truth Social, the pattern continues. Any comic who lands a solid blow gets branded as unfunny or desperate for ratings. But here's what's different about the Rock and Foxx situation. These weren't just comedy writers or TV hosts. They're A-list stars whose words carry weight. And they attacked when Trump was most vulnerable, no longer protected by presidential prestige, yet still obsessed with his public image. The stage was set for the most explosive celebrity versus politician clash in recent memory. The internet exploded within minutes of Chris Rock and Jamie Foxx's Trump takedown. Twitter, now X, saw Watch Trump roast trending globally as clips went viral, with one particularly brutal Fox zinger racking up 2 million views in just 2 hours. Memes flooded Instagram, side-by-sides comparing Trump's scowling face to cartoon villains, edited clips adding dramatic sound effects to the jokes, and reaction GIFs of shocked audience members. TikTok users remixed the burns with trending audio, turning political comedy into viral challenges where creators tried delivering the lines with Fox-level intensity. Trump loyalists immediately circled the wagons. Conservative forums lit up, with claims of Hollywood elitism and bullying, while MAGA influencers countered with edited videos showing Trump's past comedy cameos. But the backlash lacked its usual firepower. Even some right-leaning commentators admitted the jokes landed hard. Meanwhile, liberal accounts amplified every second of the roast, with progressive activists praising Rock and Foxx for saying what everyone's thinking. The entertainment world's response proved most telling. Fellow comedians flooded social media with standing ovation emojis, while A-listers who normally stay quiet about politics subtly liked and shared the clips. Late-night writers openly admitted envy at jokes they wished they'd written. But the real surprise came from unexpected quarters. Several prominent business leaders and even a few GOP strategists privately acknowledged the effectiveness of the takedown in group chats and closed circles. The cultural impact became undeniable when major news outlets, typically reluctant to cover comedy bits as news, ran full segments analyzing the joke's political implications. This wasn't just another celebrity roast. It was a moment that blurred the line between comedy and politics. When stars like Chris Rock and Jamie Foxx take aim at a former president, it's more than jokes. It's power. Celebrities have influence, but should they use it this way? Some say comedy keeps leaders in check. Others argue it's just bullying the powerful. But one thing's clear. When Trump got hit this hard, it wasn't just about laughs. It was about who gets the last word. So what do you think? Should comedians go this hard on politicians? Or does free speech have limits when the mic drops? On live TV? If you enjoyed this deep dive, hit like and subscribe. We break down the biggest moments most channels ignore. Turn on notifications so you never miss the next explosive story. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.